Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrist Hunt. Thanks everyone who have been subscribing to this channel. Today, I've got an exciting video ahead and we'll be covering a little bit about the highlights of Rolex part of the Watches and Wonders and how it relates to the watches that we already have in our collection, and also about the new watch that I've got here. So if you haven't gone through what's in our collection, you can refer to the previous videos in the link below. Now, I know there have been tons of watch videos released ever since Watches and Wonders about the new Rolex releases, and admittedly, most of them have been pretty disappointed by the lineup, because I think most of these people already have many Rolexes in their collection, or probably, are looking forward to flipping some of the Rolexes that might have got discontinued. But I, for a fact, have no feeling towards the releases this year personally. In fact, it has been wonderful that Rolex has pumped the brakes on all the hype this year. So, diving right in to the elephant in the room this year, the Explorer. Well, the Explorer 2 didn't get revamped at all, and for one, I think it is the right decision. Why fix something that isn't broken? The Explorer 2 on its own, other than the tiny bit bigger size, that it is actually pretty okay. Not my cup of tea, but it really is a good watch. Nothing much there can be fixed, and true to it, it has been kept the same. Now, for those who have been saying, why couldn't there have been a ceramic bezel on it? The answer is, well, the Explorer 2 was meant for extreme condition. So at sub-zero temperatures, the ceramic would be very brittle and it wouldn't be fit for the purposes, and it can crack on impact. So if it was a ceramic bezel, they could have put one with a rotation, and then it will become a conventional GMT. So that's that. So keeping the Explorer 2 the same doesn't seem like a very bad decision to me. Now, going into the Explorer 1, Rolex has chosen to reduce the size from the current 39mm to a 36mm, which I feel is the only logical move for them. They literally had no moves left, because in my earlier video I said Rolex would either move to a 36mm or 41mm diameter, and the 39mm here would have been discontinued, and true enough, the 36mm direction is what they have chosen. And now I think that is correct, because the 41mm wouldn't suit most wrists because it's too big, and Rolex is a company that wants to sell watches. So making a 36mm means that they can sell watches to not only the men's market but also the ladies' watch market. And yes, you guessed it correct. This is the reason why they would make a half-gold version of it. Let's just say that there's a market for everything that Rolex makes. We just don't know it yet. So what does that make this 39mm? Well, I couldn't be more happier, folks, because I'm just glad I don't have to be scrambling now to get one of these. And if you were resisting the temptation, my advice right now is to really grab it while you can, if you find a good price for it. This is truly a men's size watch, and you'll regret if you don't have this one in your collection. Of course, you can wait out for the 36mm size, but I do feel that 36mm is more suited to people who have a wrist size of closer to 6 inches or maybe slightly smaller than that, because when you have a wrist of about 6.5 to 7 inch, like me, I have a 6.5 inch wrist, the 36mm just looks a bit dainty, and I wouldn't go that direction. Alright, so what do we have here today? Well, it is a Rolex. And what Rolex is this? Well, it is the Rolex Pepsi, right? It's a Rolex Pepsi on a Jubilee bracelet. What? Wait, didn't I already make this video before? Well, this was my ultimate grill watch and I bought it earlier this year. However, there was something about it that wasn't scratching the itch, and that was actually the bezel right here. So what happened was I got the Rolex Pepsi that was in January 2021, and that version of the Rolex Pepsi had a bezel which has got a blue and a red, but the blue was very dark. It was almost like a black color, and the red was sort of velvety red color, and it was very dark in color. So I didn't really like that, and what it wasn't scratching the itch, because to me a Pepsi was supposed to be really blue and really red, and that was the thing that pops. So when I saw in one of the shops that there was a Rolex Pepsi, and it was an older version of the Rolex Pepsi, which is actually from 2018, and this was a production in a very short production that was from probably, if I'm not wrong, about June 2018 to about October, November 2018. The bezel here was the same as the bezel from the white gold version of the Rolex Pepsi, which was actually lighter in color. And this color of the Rolex Pepsi was really nice. And so what I did was, I couldn't resist the temptation. I felt a bit shortchanged getting the newer Pepsi because it wasn't scratching the itch. And this is something very personal to me. So it is my ultimate grail, and I was going to keep it forever anyway. So I decided that I was going to get the Pepsi from 2018, which had a very nice blue and red shade, and I sold off the newer version that I had, which was from 2021. So in between doing this, I lost a bit of money, and at the same time I also lost 3 years of warranty doing what I did. But I feel a lot more satisfied, folks. This is truly the Pepsi color that I've desired, and it was stunning. So scold me if you feel that it is unnecessary, it is not what you really need to do, but that's just life, right? Get what you really want. Anyway, there will be a Pepsi on an oyster coming up this year, and obviously nobody will be getting their hands on it unless you are a John Mayer, or you're a Dawn or something. But hey, to me the Pepsi looks better with the Jubilee, and the Batman is better on an oyster. So to each his own. Let me know what you think, and about my decision of going to get an older version of the Pepsi just because of the colors. I feel no regrets at all. So until next time, thank you all for watching my channel, Ristan. Cheers.